What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, for the longest time, a lot of people frequently leave comments like, "What's up with Mikey Garcia? When is he due back?" Because if you remember, about the same time, there were three major fighters that the fans knew that were on long layoffs for things outside of boxing, not non-injury. Andre Ward, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., and Mikey Garcia. Two of those guys have already made comebacks. Obviously, Chavez, his didn't go as well as intended versus Fanfara, but he's already back in action, and he's coming up. He's fighting Reyes with a new deal with Al Heyman. Andre Ward, June 20th, he just came back versus Paul Smith, got a stoppage. And the only guy remaining who's inactive that fans keep asking, like I said before, is like, when's Chavez Jr. coming back? When's Ward coming back? And the only person out of the bunch that all around the same time had these dry spells from the sport is Mikey Garcia. Now, I just watched a FightHype. Shout out to FightHype. The link is in the description. Just watch it. They're talking, Luis Sandoval, he's talking to Mikey Garcia, and it's pretty in-depth. It's a short video, about 3 minutes. It's in-depth, and he's explaining what went on with his top-ranked contract, and it's a real eye-opener. It's crazy. I mean, he's saying things like, Bob Arum, he's like, basically he says he had a dispute, and Top Rank is saying they were trying to give him fights, and they really weren't. Bob Arum's done interviews, and I could probably send you links to the interviews where he did, and he's saying that they offered Mikey Garcia fights. In this interview, he's disputing that. He's saying that's not true. They never offered me any fights. He said last year we were trying to settle this amicably. He said he talked to Todd. He said Bob Arum never reached out to him. This is from Mikey Garcia. He said Bob Arum never reached out. He said, if I was the manager and you have an unsatisfied employee, I feel like the manager should contact that person and try to bring a resolution. He said Bob Arum never once reached out to me. He did talk to Todd DeBuff, and they never were able to resolve. He said last year they were willing to try to make a settlement payout amount, kind of like what Mayweather did, it sounded like, and Top Rank kept rejecting their offers. Reject. This is what he's saying. They kept rejecting it. They never motioned for like a counter offer, like, hey, I mean, it's just like negotiating a fight. If I'm trying to fight Floyd Mayweather and I'm like at 154, he's at 147, and I say, hey, Floyd, I'll fight you at 154, and he says no, negotiations don't have to end right then and there. I could say, what if I come down to 152? What about 150? You know what I mean? Then you can negotiate. Oh, I want a 60-40 split, 50-50. That's what the art of negotiating in business is. And from what Mikey Garcia is saying, Top Rank, they didn't do that. They just rejected all of his settlements, didn't try to give him any fights. And now he's saying the gloves are off, and he's prepared to just wait this thing out. And he's in the deposition period or phase of this lawsuit with Top Rank. And he basically says, you guys got to watch it. He basically says the gloves are off, and we were willing to try to reach a compromise and go back and forth, but Top Rank didn't offer any counter offers or anything to that degree. So now he's prepared to go the full 12 rounds and go the legal way, just deal with it all in the courts. He's saying that Top Rank is trying to, like, hey, as he's getting close to the wire, they're trying to make offers and settle with him now. And now he's like, it's too late. We tried to do that last year. So now we're going to let the courts handle it altogether. So for the people that have been asking, I refer you to that Mikey Garcia video. That is what's keeping him out, according to him, from the horse's mouth. And no one knows when he'll come back, because court proceedings and processes take a long time. They have to gather evidence, and you have to hear both sides of the argument and stuff. So I don't know when he's coming back. So as far as Robert Garcia, I mean, wish him the best. Brandon Rios and Kell Brook, don't know if that fight's happening. It doesn't sound like it. Sounds like it fell apart. Maidana, I did a video on that. Check that out. He looks pretty big, so I don't expect him to come back in 2015. And then his brother, Mikey Garcia, is dealing with legal issues. And then aside from that, Evgeny Gradovich, he just lost in the UK, so he's no longer a champion. So I'm not sure exactly when. I guess Julio Cesar Chavez is the next Robert Garcia high-profile fighter with the upcoming fight. So we'll see how he does. And that's to reference all of the people who ask me if I've heard any updates on Mikey Garcia. Watch that video. Make sure you like my video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.